what I find is the benefit of teaching in a museum. Also, I'm John Falk, in the scientific field, which is what we're focusing on today with Bodies, Worlds, Pulse. But there are even in the history field, in the art world, there are different ways to measure. It's different, different yardsticks, different measuring sticks, through some personal experience, observation. All right. And there are ways of measuring the same thing using different aspects. All right, as you're going to see today with the. We're going to be focusing on the cardiovascular system, which is highlighted in the exhibit, and we have some information and materials for you on it in your packet. We're going to be looking at that in 3 different ways, via hearing, via touch, and then also via sight once you get there. All right? You guys to partner. How many of you have ever taken a pulse before? Anybody? All right, a couple of people. We're going to show you how to take a pulse, and it seems like a very simple activity, but it's something that even I, as an adult, am fascinated by. I'm always taking my pulse before and after I go running, just to see how it changes, and that's something that you can do with your students to demonstrate their certain things. So, does everybody have a partner? I know, I'm going to buddy you guys up, just like students is the way you can do it. So partner up, person next to you, person behind you, make a friend. All right. So the way you're going to do this, all right, you can take each other's pulse, you can take your pulse. I think taking each other's pulse is definitely something that's a way to get students interacting with each other. All right, so what you're going to do, everybody hold up your hand, you're going to look at it with your palm facing up, or with your buddies with your palm facing up. All right, it doesn't matter, it can be right or left as long as the palm is up. Take the 2 fingers and you come from where your thumb is, the base of the thumb on your wrist, and you're going to come slightly in, all right, just slightly in, and then press gently, and you should feel a gentle pulsing sensation in there. Does everybody feel it? No. Now? All right. Right there.
Oh, I feel it.
Is everybody feeling it? Okay. Can everyone feel it on their buddy's wrist? Are you feeling it on yours or on your buddy's?
Oh, yeah, here we go.
All right, try it on your buddy's wrist so you can allow for a little bit of. You're actually going to double it. All right, I know, Matt.
All right, that's 46.
So double it, all right? And whatever number you come up with once you double it, that's actually your beats per minute, all right? So that's your heart rate at rest, unless anybody's been, extremely active in the past 10 minutes or so. You should be, that should be your heart rate at rest, and that's how you typically are on a given day sitting. While you're sleeping, it might be a little slower depending on the given day, all right? So, everybody got the number? Yes? All right, everybody has it written down. We're going to need a note of that.
The students are active,
Okay.
and then we compare.
All right, do you actually go as far as to discuss cardiovascular system with them?
Oh, definitely, we do in a body system unit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, and you discuss with them how it's something that the method of observation here, which I haven't quite gotten to yet, is what sense are we using? Does everybody hear it? Are we listening? Huh? Who heard it? Who actually heard something? Who can hear? It's very faint. Those of you that heard it, did you hear how faint it was? It's very faint.
So tell us what you thought of the coursework today on your professional day.
I thought it was great. I thought it was very engaging. time seemed by very quickly during the entire thing. So it was very, good pacing, everything. I enjoyed the activities, getting up and being involved in the PD. I saw that it was a lot that we could do with our own classes.
How did you like the exhibit?
The exhibit itself was wonderful, fascinating. I had no idea it was possible to kind of cut through a person like that. The total sheer ability of doing that is amazing. In fact, that scientists have developed ideas you can do that, and just seeing everything so close up and so lifelike, it was amazing.
What subject area do you teach, and how do you think you can utilize this with your students?
I teach basically history as well as reading, so I can definitely utilize it in the history of the human body, the history of how we've changed through time. The part of the exhibit we're showing food habits throughout the world definitely can use something in a more ethnic area of social studies, more globalized, and definitely just the idea of hands-on seeing for our students would be amazing.
What did you think of the workshop today?
I thought the workshop was great. I really liked the hands-on activities. There was a lot of good strategies like the think, pair, share, and the visual questioning. I thought that was really good, and especially teaching special ed, giving them a lot of hands-on things to do is always a great idea.
And what subject do you teach, and how would you incorporate this with your students?
I teach science, mostly living environment, and I think this would be great when we talk about different body systems. You can talk about the muscular system, the skeletal system, and they'll be able to actually see it. And in the exhibit, it shows a kind of those systems at work. So I think that's great. The cardiovascular system, talking about how different things affect the body, like smoking, how does that affect the lungs. You talk about the reproductive system. I know in the exhibit there were brain sections that showed tumors and stomach sections that showed ulcers. So I think those would be really good to talk about with problems with the body system and trying to maintain homeostasis.
What you thought of the workshop today?
I thought it was wonderful. It allows us to differentiate because it provides enough hands-on activities and a lot of use of outside information. It also blends it with new information. So I thought it was interesting, and it keeps them interested, them being the students. It keeps the students interested.
Okay, and what did you think of the exhibit itself?
I thought it was excellent. It was incredibly interesting to see how the human body functions under multiple systems. And I thought it was very interesting to see how the body evolves over stages. It was especially helpful as a teacher to see how we can emphasize healthy living and the consequences of an unhealthy lifestyle. I think that would also attract the students' attention.
Okay. And what subject area do you teach, and how would you incorporate this?
History. I teach history, but the two things that I took from it, number one, are using original sources and outside information to blend them together so that students can use that for any number of projects. And specifically the history, it allows you to focus on the Renaissance and the way that we advanced our knowledge of the human body.
Okay. I have one more question for
Sure.
you. You're a special ed teacher. Why is this so valuable for a special ed teacher?
Because it differentiates and it makes it hands-on. I could count probably 4 or 5 mini activities that we could incorporate into a different lesson. You can have a discussion or reflection. There is a lot of visual representation, and there was a lot of hands-on material from the beginning to the end. So.